PSA before we begin. There was an update to this lab, so if you feel previously that you got everything correct but AutoGrade said otherwise, download the latest update and try it again before proceeding with this video that's going to give the answer. The task. The guest computers should not be able to communicate with each other or other systems. Sales and logistics systems should be able to communicate with each other but not other floors. All computers within a department must be able to communicate with each other. Do not add additional equipment. Secure all unused ports. Let's begin. Go to the laptop's command prompt. It will be used to remote into the network devices. What IP should we use to access the core? A good guess would be to check the configurations on the laptop. It is directly connected, so it would be safe to assume core is the gateway. The departments are connected to different switches on different floors, all except media, which has devices on the first and second floor. Check the trunk and see if there are several VLANs already defined. To see which departments, issue the command show VLAN. To achieve the task requirements, we will need to manipulate VLAN assignments on the trunks. On the core, we will allow VLANs 1, 10, and 40. 1 is the native VLAN and used for control plane data. 10 is the management, and 40 is the media. Only data from the laptop and devices in VLAN 40 will be able to traverse this trunk. Issue the command switch port trunk allowed VLAN 1, 10, and 40. In a real network, you would use additional parameters like remove or add, but Packet Tracer acts a bit wonky, and I'll show you in a moment. After issuing the command, issue the command do show interface trunk. If a VLAN is not here, no data for that VLAN will traverse the trunk. It's because spanning tree is transitioning. This wouldn't happen in a real network. After using the trunk allow command, VLAN 10 is transitioning, and the session would have been lost. Before moving on, let's make sure we secure unused ports. We can quickly see which ones are connected with the show interface status command. With the interface range command, I am able to apply the necessary configs all at once. Issue the command switch port mode access. The switch will yell at you if you don't do this. This is followed by switch port security and switch port security MAC address sticky. An additional layer of security would be to pick an unused VLAN besides the default and place all unused ports in this VLAN. This lab isn't checking for that. We will proceed by remoting into ASW2. We can retrieve its IP with the show CDP neighbor detail command. Check the trunks in ASW2. We already determined the requirements on Core's ASW2 facing port, so matching ASW2's FA02 with that is the appropriate action. This time, I used the order 14010. Had I done it the other way, the SSH session would have closed. Remember before, spanning tree started to transition VLAN 10, but not this time. It's a packet tracer thing. Let's remind ourselves of which VLANs belong to which department. Finance, VLAN 30, shouldn't communicate beyond the second floor. VLAN 30 was already removed from the interface FA02. We must do the same on FA01. This time, only VLANs 1 and 10 are allowed. Before moving on, the unused ports should be secured in the same manner as on Core. Moving on, we log into ASW1. Trunks must match, so we must make the same changes as on ASW2 FA01. Allow only VLANs 1 and 10. Devices in sales and logistics should be able to communicate. They are on the same layer 3 switch, so not trunk related. These devices are in different subnets and in different VLANs, meaning we need inter-VLAN routing. No new devices can be added, and the devices are on the same layer 3 switch, so the most suitable solution is to use switched virtual interfaces, or SVIs. They will serve as the default gateways. Finance is VLAN 20, so the SVI is interface VLAN 20. The same for logistics, but for VLAN 50. Validate the assigned subnets to determine the IP to use. Unless otherwise told not to, use best practice, which means .1. We go to Sales 1 to find its IP so we can test connectivity from a logistics computer. Hold on for a moment. Sales 1 is missing this gateway. We created it with the SVI, but never told the devices the gateway IP. Let's fix it on all computers. From Logistics 3, ping cells 1 at 192.168.1.3. It takes a moment, but it works. You should test connectivity between all devices, but for now, just trust me that it works. Again, secure all the ports. All right, moment of truth.